Making a quick video just demonstrating our project for this week. Here is what the final page kind of looks like. There's a client contact manager, and as I add contacts, they will be displayed here, which is being read from my database. And there's only those two in there right now, and those are current, but I can kind of show you a little bit about how it works in the code. Start by kind of just seeing how this works. Let's go ahead and say enter a phone number there. It's only 7 digits, but it'll work. I've noticed if I don't use a real URL, excuse me, it will not work. So there's a real URL right there. It says up here at the top, your client was successfully added. And there it is, Bob Dole. Come over here, refresh my database of clients online. There it is, Bob Dole with all the same information. I can go ahead and hit delete that. It says right here, client deletion was successful. Now I only have 2 left on here, and it says it's reading it from the database, and that is correct. There's only 2 left. I can also go here to edit and say I want to edit the phone number. Let's just say now it's that number. Boom, your client update was successful, and there's that new number. And once again, that will be updated instead of added right here on this page. Just to demonstrate what would happen if I entered wrong code, let's just say we have Mickey Mouse. Let's enter a wrong phone number. Let's just say wrong, and I'll continue with the correct email, and let's do a wrong website too. Let's do a fake one. It says mysite.com. Let's use a dot instead of a comma. And it says right here, invalid website URL because it is not a URL. Please try again. Also, invalid phone number. Please try again. And it says here, your contact is not created. Please try again. So that is just a little bit of the validation to show that it will not add if the information is not correct. To take a look at the code here, just real briefly, we're starting a session. We're starting off by saying, so when the page is open, like, hey, is there a message? If so, let's show it, and then we unset afterwards. This right here is connecting to our database. After that, we're checking to see if submit has been posted, and if it has, we will run this code. We're going to start by clearing the error message, because we don't want that to be permanently on there. We only want it to show up if there is indeed errors for validating. And what we're doing is we're grabbing that information from post and storing it in variables. Over here, we are having a conditional statement to validate. These are all for validations. This one's for URL, email, and isNumeric is validating that indeed you're entering a number. Can't check if it's a real phone number, but it will check if it is a number. And if all goes well, it will do what it's doing up here, which is creating a variable out of the posted information. And if it doesn't, it gives you a message saying, hey, here's an error, and it creates a stored session error equal to 1, so that when I come down here, is error set? It will say, hey, we're not going to create this for you because there's an error. Else, if there is no error set and there was no errors, it will add all the information to the database here. Let me just have the form HTML with the form that you see. This is what's generating the contacts down here. It's doing it in a loop fashion, so it's going to go through each result, which stores these associative arrays because of fetch all here, and just cycles through each aspect here that we want to display accordingly, as well as the delete and update buttons. And I guess we could look at delete and update real quick. This one's pretty short. We're just connecting, grabbing the ID, which will be in the URL, and I'll show you here if you, well, I guess I can't really show you, but what's happening is it's grabbing the ID of the one you're clicking, and it's getting that, and immediately just deleting it from clients online, where the ID is matching the parameter ID that we just made, which is that variable. We're executing that and then immediately just jumping right back to clients PHP, so you don't even see that happening. It just happens quick. Update is a lot like clients. The only difference is that well, there's a few differences. One of them being is that we're going to update instead of insert new information. We'll be updating information. Other than that, the code is very similar. We're starting out with connecting, grabbing that ID so that we're working with the right user. or row in the database, if you will. And just going through and doing the same kind of thing here, you know, if it's submitted, run all this, validating, etc. And so yeah, that is pretty much the finished product. I really appreciate learning to do this because I can see the real world use for this is just, it's really awesome to know how to do this kind of stuff. So thanks for watching.